Alright, it's time for us to get coding once again. In this video, we're going to add in the functionality for our start method. We will create and add in the functionality for our reset method. We're also going to take care of late update and go ahead and drop down the method skeletons for the three methods called within late update, as all discussed in the previous video. So let's go ahead and get started.
Alright, now I get to do all the stuff we talked about in the last video.
But now everybody knows how it works.
Yeah.
So now it's just typing.
Yeah. Alright, what we're going to do is take update, we're going to change it to late update. We also mentioned that we have start, and here's our use existing. We're done with this. I'm going to close him up for now, just to get him out of the way.
Sure.
So we have some fields that we're going to have to create, and we have some methods that we're going to create.
What I'm going to go ahead and close a wake up too. We don't really need that either.
Yeah, I could do that and free up some space. So let's go ahead and put in our method skeletons real quick. So I'll start with reset.
Not rest, but reset.
Well, you know, what's
Close
an
enough.
E between friends?
You know, I hear you.
So we'll put our squiggly braces in.
Those are curly braces, but I like squiggly braces too. That's
Me
pretty
too.
cool.
I like squiggly braces.
Actually, technically, they're just braces, but you know, I'm with it. I got you. Let's go.
I wasn't stopping.
All right,
I am
all right.
now.
So there's our void. Which one are we doing now?
We're going to do handle player input.
Okay.
And actually, I want to make this public in case I need to reset the camera from external.
Okay.
So we'll make that public.
In case at some point, like TP controller needs to reset the camera or something
Yep.
like that.
So if anything else needs to reset the camera, we
can do
have
that.
we have the ability to do that.
We have the technology.
We're going to do
Avowed?
Yep.
Yes.
ISO miss IntelliSense.
I see this.
So we're going to calculate desired position. Well, we're actually not going to do it. We're just going to put the skeleton in.
We'll do it eventually, just not right now.
Right. And then we'll also need void update position. So that should be all of our methods skeletoned out. So let's jump up here and add some of those public fields that we're talking about. We had a public float distance. I'm going to default it to a value of 5. We had another public float distance min. I'm going to default this one to 3. Public float distance max. Set that to a default of 10. Now I had some privates. I had a private. We've got a private float. This one will be mouse X. I'm going to default it to 0.
All right.
Private mouse Y.
Default to 10.
Actually, here I want to put 0 for now.
Okay.
So,
oh yeah, because we're gonna reset it to 10.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm just doing it just
Sure.
to force a habit, initialize stuff.
I'm with
when
you.
doing it. We have a private float. Did I call it start distance or starting distance? I think it's start distance.
Yes. Start distance.
So we'll have
Or at least that's what I called it in the notes.
start distance. I will default this one also to 0 and private float desired distance, which I'll also default to 0.
Okay. Awesome.
So that should be all of the fields that I need. Now, we said in start we need to validate our distance. To do that, I'm going to say distance equals, I'm going to leverage the math F class clamp, which takes in 3 parameters. It takes in a distance, a minimum distance, so that will be distance min, and a maximum distance, which is distance max. So what this is going to do is it's going to take our distance and ensure that it's set to between our min and max.
Okay.
And then it's going to return it as a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's going to verify that my distance is valid. Once I know that it's valid, I'm going to take my start distance.
And use that to record the distance.
Yep, and I'm going to assign distance to it.
Sure.
Or the value of distance into it. Once that's done, I want to call reset. And that means I'm going to jump down to reset.
Okay.
Now, in reset, I'm going to set mouse X equal to 0, so directly behind the character.
Mm-hmm.
I will come back and set an access or a
public,
so we can set these from inside the editor.
Right, but for the time being, some temporary magic numbers to get the point across will do the job just fine.
Right. So mouse Y will set to 10.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say distance is going to be equal to our start distance.
Which is why we recorded that earlier.
And then we need to set desired distance to equal distance. I could actually use start distance here as well.
Both, right.
So it doesn't really matter.
They're all going to equal the same thing when you're done.
Mm-hmm. Now, update position, we said we have to validate that we actually have a target lookup.
Mm-hmm.
So the check that is going to be as simple as if.
Now, I didn't think we were actually going to be handling update position in this one.
Well, I'm just going to flesh out the initial stuff.
Okay.
And then we'll come back. So
all right.
Target lookat equals null. So if target lookat equals null.
You're thinking late update, bud.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You're in, yeah, see, we shouldn't be doing update position right
You're
now.
right. Late update. Here we go.
No worries. Here's where we want to check and see if
same thing. Yeah, late update. If
it was there the whole time.
Yeah,
totally.
What update position?
Exactly.
I never saw update
We're
position.
just dealing with late update.
Right. So late update. We're going to check the target lookat. If it's equal to null, we have nothing to look at. We're going to kick out.
Right.
So if we do have a target lookup, then we want to handle all of our other stuff. So handle player input, then calculate desired position, and then update position.
Nice. Which none of those three methods are going to have any functionality at this point. We're going to be handling those in their very own separate videos.
Right. Now if I build this, and everything should work fine, no compile errors, even without IntelliSense. Look at that.
Look at you go.
So that is our base functionality that we wanted to add with stage 1.
Right.
What we're going to do in future videos is discuss the theory of this stuff.
Right. Stage 2 is really just going to be about taking care of handle player input. Stage 3 is going to be bringing in our calculate desired position, and stage 4 will be that update position, at which point we'll be done.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have everything taken care of. Then it'll just be some adjustment, perhaps, just testing, put everything together, and then cheer and celebrate.
Right. And we're going to break it all down into nice little manageable bite sizes, so the coding is nothing difficult.
So with that, we have now coded in this first part of our TP cameras functionality. Is there anything else you want to add, Lee?
Not in this video.
All right, so that's going to wrap things up for this video. Thanks a lot.